Are you trying to figure out how to get your own Celestial Pulse merch? Do not fret longer. Type in redbubble.com/people/Vesenia designs, and there you can have all the shirts that I produce. You can go ahead and get tote bags and everything else. So for more information, you can click the link down below and figure out what shirt you want, or tote bag, case, whatever you want. Hey guys, it's Vess, and today we're back with another video, and this time I'm going to talk about my digital art workflow, or how to, tips and tricks, art style, how to keep you inspired to keep going, or just, having some type of scheduling to keep you going. This video was suggested by one of my Discord members. His name is Zex. And I'm gonna have it right here so you can see, because I went ahead and I asked you, I asked them, what type of video do you want to see, like, because I'm doing videos randomly, so it was a good way to figure out what to do. So yeah, this one was a good one to do because a lot of people have hard times with having schedulings, or they're working, so they don't know how to, when they're not working, how to get like some type of something to do, in their art, so that they don't, fall off a track, or they progress to, learn and stuff like that. So yeah, everybody knows from a different video, like manga in the making scheduling, I think that's what it's called. I'll put something up here that you can see. Yeah, so there I talked about this thing up here. That's my calendar. I'm gonna show you guys in like big time what it is, but that calendar used to help me start off. So I didn't really have anything to do because I was running my business, Vesenia Designs, with doing graphic designing and stuff like that. When it got slow, I needed something else to do. When Justin found social posts and stuff like that, that's when this guy came into town, because I needed something to like keep me in order. And on top of that, I was doing YouTube videos, so it was like Sunday I knew a video had to go out, so Wednesday or Thursday I would try to make a video. And the calendar really helped with putting that there, and then for like Celestial Pulse information or like commissions I had to do, I could slot that in. I usually worked Celestial Pulse 4 days out of that week, and then Saturday, Sunday, it was like mostly playtime, commission time, or if I want to still work on Celestial Pulse. So yeah, you need somebody to basically keep you in order with that type of stuff, and a calendar helps, because if you don't have a calendar, you're gonna need a Justin. And he definitely helps. He's the one that gives me deadlines, because I call him my manager kind of ish, because he helps with commission, like setting up commissions. He helps with setting up some commissions, setting up conventions. He talks to people like from the comic society, like from our county. So we basically are like involved into our own state and stuff like that, and trying to branch out from here and then just move outward. So he handles that type of stuff. He handles editing my stuff, like saying, oh Vess, that pose looks kind of weird, does that even look comfortable, or anything like that. You need something like that. And if you need something like that, especially for your comic or your commission, stuff like that, I say use family and friends, because they're the ones that help a lot. Just be sure that you can handle criticism, because sometimes I used to be a crybaby about it, and I wouldn't want to do it, or wouldn't want to change anything, but I end up changing it later on, and because I'll see it after a while. So yeah, you gotta be able to take that criticism well, because a lot of people can't. So it's like, oh, I can't do this, but it's good to have that person there, because they will like aim you to the way you have to go, because Justin makes my deadlines. So when he makes my deadlines, that means I have to go full force on what I'm doing. So there'll be times where I don't want to work at all. Like I'll just sit around, or I'll browse the internet, or I'll just be like, oh, I'm working too much on something so I'm not gonna do this. But that's not the way to think. So what I do is usually for celestial posts, being that I have everything for it, like the script and everything, it makes it pretty much easy to do sketching, lining, and coloring and stuff like that. But when it comes down to commissions, I always suggest the artist to always get information about your commission. It could be background story, or a snippet of the character, or just thinking about the person who commissioned you, like what do they think their character is, or how do they feel that their character is displayed, or anything like that, and that will help inspire you for like what to do for that commission. For example, I'm doing a commission with I just finished it. It's Friday's stream. Yeah, I went ahead and I did Jeremy and the Fox Woman, and she's basically hovering over him and stuff like that in this specific garden. The reason why I know this information is because I asked Blue Mage for like almost this much of text so that I can be able to think of things while I'm trying to get the drawing out. Usually I do little sketches here and there to figure out the posing or what do I want. Sometimes it just pops in my head. Now it pops in my head because I went to school for graphic designing, so I know the sketching process, and basically in my head I'll just like pass by a whole bunch of references that I'm thinking for it, like, oh, should that person be sitting down, crouching, this and that. Like I usually think like that, and then I'll go and I'll ask Blue Mage, and Blue Mage is like, oh yeah, he would be short and crouching down a little bit because he's like kind of timid, so it's like you have to think of the sketching process. If you can't do it in your brain, I suggest that you do it on like a separate piece of paper. You don't have to do them big, they don't have to be perfect, you can do them a little sloppy. Just do a quick little gesture drawings of that image and what you want to do. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, so that you're when you get better and better and better, it's not like you have to do it anymore. You just basically think of it and do what you have to do. So yeah, sketching is number one key to that sketching and thinking process. And if you can't really think, I always suggest references. References is your best friend, guys. Like artists think that references is cheating, and honestly speaking, it's not. How people's gonna learn how to draw if they don't know what people look like? You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit there and look at people. You have to sit there and look at references, just so that you can understand the anatomy of the body, you can understand placement, you can understand how camera angles work, because some references, picture references, you could go to Google and be like a girl kissing a guy, or you could look at other anime girls kissing guys and see how that looks if you want to focus on anime only. So it's always references out there is not considered cheating. If you're drawing on top of it, then yes, you are cheating. But if you're drawing it side by side, just trying to get the references and you're changing it up, that's way different than anything else, because you're actually training your hand to do that anatomy. So yeah, definitely something about references works. I don't know if you guys want me to basically have a reference video, like how to use your references. If you guys do, let me know in the comments below and I will definitely make one for you. But yeah, I use references here and there. You will see in a couple of commissions that I do that I'm like, oh, I like this pose. I'm using that as my reference, but I'm doing this, So yeah, just keep your brain going when you're drawing. And if you're using a reference, be sure to change it up. For that last commission, I used a certain type of reference, and then after I used that reference, I moved her hand like upward, and then I had another hand like pointing at him. I did stuff to make it look different, and on top of that, she was a girl, so that made things work. And then I made Jeremy I had him like move back a little bit, like his back was towards that like mushroom looking thing. So yes, change up your references. Another thing that you want to do is make sure you have your time management set. So if you're working Monday through Friday, be sure to add something either between those hours that you work, or use, you know, your weekend to dabble. Like, you don't even have to, if you want to make your like comic or something like that, okay, go ahead, do that. But if you're not, if you're just practicing, just keep practicing on those days, and that will help, you know, definitely get you faster in your drawing, you know, workflow. Another key is music, background noise, or streaming. Those are the things that I feel that helps me the most with drawing and being a little bit more faster, because when I'm streaming, I have Justin, he talks, so that's a good thing. But if you want to have somebody talking for you so that you can hear it, and then, you know, you guys go back and forth with the chat, do Skype. So yeah, that's what I have with Justin, and that helps because I just draw and you guys talk, and he talks to me, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this and that. So that works. Background noise definitely works. Not hurts, works. And you know, I watch people court in the morning, and I start working on my celestial pose, and I, you know, glance here and there, but I'm basically listening as I draw. It helps because it's like I have somebody in the room, especially when, you know, the kids is in school and nobody's home, Justin is at work. I need somebody to talk to me, or something to, you know, trigger that, you know, work, or trigger that doing something type thing. I use, you know, background noises, which is TVs or radios, or yeah, music. A lot of people say music doesn't help, but it does when you have your sketch already done. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got your sketch already done and you're just lining, you're doing the tedious work, definitely background noises and music and streaming helps. Streaming helps with sketching also, because a lot of my posters point out stuff that don't look right. Like the Fox girl that I was doing, the posters were like, hey, that looks like a man with boobs. So yeah, you definitely want to engage if you're doing the streaming, and on top of that, it helps. And then you have to take your criticism right, because I did change up the Fox girl so that she can look a little bit more girly, and I didn't take it to heart because I knew I was doing something wrong. Everybody makes mistakes, so yeah, keep that as a key. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody can't, you know, do everything consistently, but if you try to add it, like implement it in your life, you can get it done. So yeah, we went over bullies, which is your family members or your husband. That is going over, you know, your stuff, or just making a schedule for you, making deadlines. We went over background noises, basically. You know, keeping background noises while you're sketching and stuff, and that helps with, like, you know, getting you through your sketch, and you can glance and look up here and there. We went through the streaming things too, so that you can go ahead and have your, you know, your community tell you, hey, something is wrong. We talked about criticism. Definitely take criticism correctly. Do not feel any type of way about that, because, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody's learning. What else we needed? We talked about a calendar, so scheduling. If you want to see more about scheduling, get more details about scheduling, definitely refer to that video, because that helps with everything. Did I miss anything? That's what I'm thinking about, if I missed anything. So yeah, that's basically about my workflow. Oh, and sketching. Definitely sketching. You need to sketch, think, and figure out, you know, even references. So sketching, thinking, and references. If you know, you're drawing commissions or anything like that, and also get a backstory on what you're doing. If you're doing comics, you already got your backstory, so you don't gotta worry. If you're doing commissions, get your backstory, or get your commissioner's input on their character. So that helps. So yeah, guys, if you think of anything else that should be in this list of how to make your digital workflow a little bit better, or what makes your digital workflow a little bit better, put in the comments below. That definitely helps the posters, because they read it. So yes, if you haven't joined our Discord group and you're like, Vess, I want to join it, I'm gonna have a link below so that you guys can check it out. If you come to the streamings, because streamings is every Fridays at 7 Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wow, I just like blanked out, guys. Yes, definitely check us out. and it's there too, the Discord. Become part of that little group. And yeah, we definitely have fun. I talk on it periodically, so you know, and then we talk about videos or what's going on. My birthday was Thursday. So I had a lot of fun. I had a birthday party Wednesday, so I had like 2 days of birthday fun. So yeah, I had to make a quick video, and this was like perfect, and the Discord did help me. You see, take criticism well. You just gotta do what you have to do to get your work out there, you know. It's hard, don't get me wrong. Inspiration is always the key, and I read mangas, I watch movies, I even talk to my comic community, so definitely that helps me get inspired. It gets me fired up, and especially that I'm doing Celestial Pulse, it fires me up to continue on working. So instead of sitting here and rambling on, it's been 15 minutes already. I want to thank you guys for watching, sharing, telling a friend, and helping a friend. Have an amazing rest of the day. Bye bye.